Hey, good morning. After 9, Tuesday morning. It is cloudy. It is cool outside. Just took Lulu for a WALK, and not as nice as it was yesterday.
No, and I think this week's going to be cloudy and rainy and, springy.
Whatnot.
Springy.
That's what
This
spring's
is what
all
has to
about, right?
happen.
Rain,
Yes.
rain, April
showers,
showers
spring,
bring
May
May
flowers.
flowers. Yes.
All that and more.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay, let's start things off this morning. Where would
yes.
you like to begin today?
Well, yesterday I talked a little bit about how I was away last week in Florida. And I want to talk about being organized, being clean, being like feeling good about stuff. And I think you're like me, where when you give your house a good cleaning and everything has a place, like it feels so good.
It does.
Now listen,
Yes.
I am not going to lie and pretend that I don't have people coming into my house every 2 weeks to clean my house. I do. And to
Okay.
me, best money I ever spent. There's nothing like coming home and everything's clean. And they do a great job, and I so appreciate the ladies that visit me every couple weeks. And then of course I have to maintain in the interim. But it really is a treat, and I like it. However, there's more to a clean and organized house than just dusting, right?
This is very true. Yes.
To be able to open the cupboards and see what's organized behind them, or open the cupboards and see what's a mess. And I'm good at hiding things, people coming over, just shove everything in there, close the door, and hope nobody
under the
opens
couch and under the carpets.
But I was fortunate in my week last week to be able to stay at a home of a woman who I so admire, having seen the way she keeps her place. So extremely organized, so clean. It really has inspired me to do better. And a label maker, I tell you, is where I got to start. And you showed us yesterday your label maker, and you swear by it, right? What do you label, for example? Tell me.
I have like this little, I don't know, storage cabinet type thing in my workshop in my basement, where I put like, different items, label those. Okay, door parts, hinges or screws or whatever. So I'll label that. I'll even, as I showed you yesterday, label the label maker box that I keep it in.
That's hilarious.
Right there. So label that. I don't know, what else
But
have I labeled?
what I
Files?
liked,
File
what
folders?
I got to do that. And what I liked that this woman had done was she will buy things at the grocery store, and then she will put whatever like some things that she buys into more organized containers, and then label them, like certain oils or certain whatever, and then label them. Or instead of having an old rusty can of whatever, that will then go into a newer, nicer looking container with a label on it. Everything had a place. Every container, like things were grouped together in organizing containers. And I think in the US, they have great stores, like I think one's called the Container Store.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you could just go absolutely berserk in there and get things you didn't even know existed. Like in the knife drawer, for example, there were these slots where you could put every knife, like in the slot. Everything had a place. And I said to Craig, get ready, man, because when I get home, you're not going to know what hit.
Oh, really? It's going to be that different around that house, because like your house is pretty neat and clean and organized to me.
Right? That's
Looks
what I thought
good
before I went on vacation.
Oh, and then you saw like Xanadu.
It was very impressive, and I could see how once you get it to that point, I can see how life would be easier. It really would. And you just have to kind of keep it up. But that might be hard to do with a family. I don't know,
Well,
because everybody's got
that's
to
true.
kind of be on the same page.
Now, does this woman live in this home and then wasn't using it for this week, or is it always kind of a vacation home for people?
I think it's one of her homes that she has, and she doesn't rent it out or anything. But she's very generous with friends and family that way, and it is fairly new. And then of course I wanted a new house. That's why I'm like, oh, it's got that new house smell. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
nice.
Everything's new. Everything's perfect. Everything's painted. Everything's great. Pristine.
Yeah. Well, okay, so now from living in this place for about a week, other than labels, what do you think is the key to a good organized house? Where do you have to start to begin your process to begin your house looking like this one?
I think you have to have the room, and you have to have many closets.
Room and
Like
closets, okay.
if you have enough storage space for your stuff, that's great. Then you can organize. The other thing is, get rid of shit. You
Get
gotta
rid of shit. Okay, good.
and Craig and I have this love-hate relationship with our stuff. Like, he's, as I've told you before, he's extremely organized, and he doesn't hang on to stuff. And I don't hang on to a lot of stuff, but to him, I'm a hoarder, which
Okay.
I take great offense, because I keep saying to him, oh yeah, go to any one of my friends' homes and walk in there, and then you come home and tell me I'm a hoarder. You
Yeah.
will eat your words. But because he's so minimalistic, it's difficult. So
That's good.
I
Okay, now what would you say that you hoard, or what would Craig say that you? Okay,
Oh.
why don't you get rid of this?
I have a couple of Rubbermaid bins, maybe 4. One of them is kids' items from when they were little.
Okay,
Like some of their
mementos,
artwork,
memories.
some of their little clothing things, some of the things I want to hang on to. Other things are like things from my youth, like my horse riding ribbons that I won, some of my old pieces of artwork that I did in high school, that kind of thing.
Okay,
Lots of photos, lots of photo albums, things like that.
tough
It's
to
not-
get rid of that stuff. You never
It's
look
not-
at it.
I know, but it's not crazy interfering with anything. It's
No,
there in the
they're
Rubbermaid bin,
in bins.
stacked out of the way, fine.
Okay,
That bothers him. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a good purge every now and then. So when I came home, I went into my closet and I got rid of like 3 garbage bags full of clothes. Like,
Wow.
done. Just making room in the closet. I put the winter stuff away, put the spring stuff out. It made me feel good. Then the fridge was tackled. So that's done. Like inside, everything, all the old stuff gone, everything's new. What I have to start on is the pantry. Now, the pantry, it's going to be interesting, because now what I want to do is I want to label, and I want to have different containers and do all that. So from our viewers, I want to know, what do you guys do? What do you do to organize? Like, what's your thing? Like, if you have people come over that say, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. What do you do? Do you label things? Do you put things in other containers? Do your friends make fun of you for having certain things? Like this laundry room? Oh, telling
like
you.
amazing.
Yes, and what she's really good at is stocking up on things so that, there'd be like 5 boxes of dryer sheets in a row.
Yeah.
And like everything was, I'm just so impressed. I can't say enough about it. And I would like open the pantry and I would stand there like this. Wow. Like,
Yeah.
this is just amazing.
Yeah, well, it must be,
And-
because out of this whole Florida trip that you had for a week, this is really the only thing I've heard about. Was this woman's home and her pantry and her organization around this home. I haven't heard
so
about
gross.
restaurants or sightseeing or beaches or nothing.
Secondary.
No, like you would just go back to this house and not have to leave this house, and you'd be fine. Like you enjoyed it that much.
But what it makes me want to do, like I was itching to get home and start like doing stuff.
Oh,
like
I see.
cleaning.
Okay.
And I guess it's the right time of year for that since it is spring. Well, Craig's really good at keeping the garage extremely organized and lots of shelves and things and
Yeah, that's
hanging
good
hooks
stuff.
and all that kind
That's
of stuff.
good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
you
what?
too, right?
Yeah, I like doing that stuff too and organizing. But I find one thing that I need to do and maybe go back over the house. You know what I think the key to making it at least look good and organized?
Tell me.
Having the same containers in set location. Like, you could have bins of stuff, but if they're all different size, different colors, it just doesn't look right to me. Like, I wish we could get everybody on board and say, like, your spices. Everybody use the same size and same type container, please, so we can all line them up nicely and neatly like they do in photos and like at this woman's house in Florida. Instead of having one, a fatter one and then a skinnier one, then a taller one.
She
It's
had
like
a
you gotta almost
drawer.
buy the same brand, same size stuff
Yes.
to make it
But-
look very organized.
Go to the container store and then put all your stuff
you go.
into other containers that all match. Have you seen Pinterest or YouTube or Instagram photos of any of the Kardashian pantries? Like, I think it's Khloe Kardashian in particular that has.
Like amazing.
Oh, yeah, over the top. But obviously, she has people
Yeah. And
that will
money
do it,
and
right? Come
everything,
in
yeah.
and do that. I have a friend, Isabel, who has a business locally called Tidy My Stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's been on the Marilyn Dennis show
Oh.
and as a guest and all that kind of stuff. And that's her job. Like she does a fabulous job of, going into houses where people are like, I can't even begin. I don't know where to start.
We should get
And
her on the show. Talk to her.
We should. Her before
Yeah.
and after photos are amazing. So
Wow.
she's so good at it, and that's a knack, right? But I think it's learning the tricks, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does Lynn do? Oh, little boxes from Dollarama to hold her noodle mixes. Yes, Lynn, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Dollarama, we might not have, I don't think we have a container store here
No.
in this area,
Not-
right?
not in
The
Windsor.
container store, but Dollarama, you got plenty of containers there that you could get and buy a bunch of them and then make everything neat and organized and nice.
Well, then you look at California Closets. I had California Closets come and do my closet, and it has made a world of difference because there's a place for everything. Craig has like a pant rack that you pull out, like it slides out.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah.
you get to, and the hangers all match. And then he's got a tie rack that slides out. One of my favorite things in my closet is a slide out bar to hook things on. Like, so if you're picking out an outfit for the next day, you slide out the bar
Oh,
and
that's
then you
nice.
hook your things on. It's great. Like
That
and
is nice
jewelry,
because I
all
just
of
throw
it.
mine on the couch in the living room because I get dressed in the living room so I don't disturb.
Do you really? Do you
Yes.
really?
Just sling it on the back of the couch. All right, what hoodie and underwear go there today?
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, Mary's big on the California closets too.
Yes, Mary, they're great. And Mickey and her team are awesome. Yeah, they just night and day. Yeah, and I guess, Lynn brings up another good solution, and that is just move. If you move,
Just move.
you
Build the perfect
purge.
house.
You do.
Well,
you
there's that too, yeah.
throw out so much stuff.
I'll show you one of my creations. I turned in our kitchen a cabinet into a sliding massive size massive.
What
big,
is it?
big drawer. So this used to be a cabinet, and I turned it into a sliding, I don't know, drawer type thing.
I love it.
Yeah, a little more
That-
handy.
And that looks very neat.
Yeah,
That's where
'cause
all
this-
your condiments go.
Yeah, a lot of spices and like a lot of extras. Like, okay, there's the backup ketchup and backup mustard for when the one in the fridge is used up.
Perfect.
That red thing is what you put over your food in the microwave so you don't get splatters everywhere.
Even better.
Yeah, that's nice. Instead of using a paper towel or something, and I don't know, a bunch of healthy stuff that Kelly uses and shakes and
I
olive
love it.
oil and all that stuff. Because I found this cabinet was like so useless and things would get way back here. We couldn't reach them. So I'm like, I'm going to move this and turn this in. And I built this, son of a bitch, for my own two hands. And then bought these sliders to go underneath it. And she slides out now.
Excellent idea, Mike.
Yes,
Excellent.
thank you.
Very creative. That's great. Yeah, Doreen mentions the containers from. Oh, where'd it go?
Oh, I'm sorry. I put on another
The
comment.
containers
There
from
you go.
Amazon. You measure your space. You plan what you want to label snacks, pasta, rights. Oh my gosh, Doreen, that's amazing.
Yeah, nice. Nice. All
That's so
right,
funny.
your organization tips. Here's another thing I built in the kitchen from, and this was all the original cabinets and stuff like that. And
That
I
you
just kind of
painted?
refaced them, painted them, and added stuff like this for the pots and pans.
Perfect.
Huh?
Look at that, and the lids are in there too.
Woo! Look at that. Woo!
You should start your own like little YouTube do-it-yourself, a little DIY with Mike.
Yeah, no, this is not a professionally done job. It
Oh,
gets
okay.
the job done, but I don't think people would.
You don't want
listen
to
my advice.
have somebody look at it very closely, like up close.
No, I mean it turned out okay, but yeah, I don't know if I'd be giving out advice. And you know what I got to say? One of the things with the kitchen renovation that we got a new sink and the one tub sink or whatever, no divider in the middle or anything. I very much enjoy that change.
Oh, have a big one. You could
Yeah,
wash the dog in
one
there.
Yeah, well, Lulu fits in there nicely. Yes.
Perfect.
That was a good move. Okay, let's get on to the next topic now, and let's talk about the worst roads in this area. Windsor, Essex, where are the worst roads? CAA wants to know. They do this every spring, and they're out with the 2002 CAA Worst Roads campaign, kicked off today, and voting is now open. You can go to their website to vote, and it seems like every year we do have roads showing up in Windsor, Essex that are on the list. The 3 Windsor streets that made the list last year, top 5 worst roads in the region, Lausanne Parkway, Tecumseh Road East, and University Avenue West were named the 3 of the worst roads in this region. Oh, can't hear you. I think your microphone is
Where
muted.
do we begin?
There
Where
you
do
go.
we begin? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
And
Lynn says
potholes.
Paulette.
Like the timing of it all is probably when the roads are at their worst, right? Where the potholes have appeared after the winter, and maybe the city hasn't got around to filling them yet. But yeah, I mean, there's some that are always bad.
Yes. Yeah, and I
Always.
think, they've been working on Lausanne Parkway, and one of the things that we've heard about before about Lausanne Parkway and that you'll notice that as you go down there. Like, what's the deal with that? Why Lausanne Parkway? What did they do to the cuts in the cement that make that noise?
Did Highway 3 have a problem last summer? Remember it would buckle?
Yeah, the buckling with the heat.
Right. And it would happen a couple years in a row, didn't it? But I don't know
did,
that it
yeah.
happened last summer. That was an issue. That's pretty
Big
messy.
time. Big time. So, yeah, where would you say worst roads in this region? Where are you saying to CAA, yes, we need help? Tell us, please. So you just go onto CAA's website, the worst roads part of their website, and you put in your postal code, and then you actually go in, road name, nearest crossroad, town you're in, province, and your email address, and you can upload photos as well of the worst road wherever it might be. So Lynn, would put all her information in there and maybe take some photos of Paulette where it's bad and where's the crossroad too, because a lot of these streets, you talk about Tecumseh Road East or Lausanne Parkway or whatever, they're long stretches. Like where in particular, I think they want to know is the worst part.
So they do want photo evidence.
Well, yeah, it looks like you can. Looks like you can. I don't know if it's necessary, like if you hit the continue button, if it's like you didn't add any photos. We need photo evidence. Or if you can just put in a name, and there you go. Bob's your uncle.
Okay, see Dara's text up right here.
Yes.
I'm curious about the picture because I'm looking at the picture and I'm sure it's not this, but it looks like two cavemen back in the day trying to start a fire.
Oh, her little profile picture there?
Yes.
What is that, Dara? We can't tell. I was thinking kids on a teeter-totter myself.
Oh, it could be, but I'm like, is it cavemen? Like, trying to start a fire?
I don't know.
So
Why would you have that as your profile picture? That's interesting. All right, that's enough for today. If you want to leave your comments about worst roads, we can talk about it tomorrow. I'm sure they'll be talking about it on AM 800 throughout the day. It's always one of those kind of fun topics that we latch onto and get your comments from there. Lynn says, that leaves me out. No idea how to transfer pictures. Oh, Lynn, it's easy. You hit the button, you upload the photos, from your phone or whatever, and boom, you're done.
Yeah, boom, there it is.
She doesn't even want to know. She's like, leave me alone. I'm not uploading pictures. Call your kids. They'll help you.
Ask the caveman in Dara's picture.
Yeah. I'm going to go check out Dara's profile so I get a better look at this right when we say goodbye. All right, Lisa, have a good day organizing.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right. Enjoy your